So at the Dodge event in Knoxville, Tennessee about the Charger Sixpack, me, TK's Garage, OC Motivator, we started asking questions around because we want to know what is coming next for Dodge. What can we expect? We've already seen a Charger Daytona earlier this year. Now Dodge about to launch the Charger Sixpacks. We already heard about the Durango having an all Hemi lineup and now about to bring the V6 back. But what is the next vehicle to get people excited for coming to Dodge? And what if I told you I got an answer? And let's just say I think we're going to see a $30,000 car. And I want to talk about what that's going to look like in my particular eyes in this video. I'm going to tell you about it right now. Okay, more than 54,000 friends, and the 56% of you guys who watch these videos on a daily basis hasn't subscribed to the channel yet. Let's get right into this situation because we all know that affordability is something that everybody is worried about, especially this day and age, because we all want to have performance cars, but not everybody has $70, $80, $90, $100,000 to go buy a SRT product. So this situation right here that Dodge CEO Matt McAlear has presented, I think he's been talking about this for the last several months.
You said it, not me.
That he wants to see a opportunity that Dodge explores the market for a $30,000 Halo product. And I know that's something a few people are being interested in because, I mean, if you go look at the Dodge Charger lineup, the cheapest options you have is around like $50,000. And that's not even including what an SRT product is going to be. So what is going to be the price of a Halo product for the Charger? We don't necessarily know right now. I mean, is it going to start off at $70,000, $75,000? Because we all pretty much know that a Hellcat is going to go in that car, and there's going to be an SRT trim sooner rather than later. We already know for the Durango Hellcat, you're going to be spending about $70,000, $80,000 for one of those SRT products and stuff. But not everybody has SRT money. So this is something that I'm hoping that Matt McAlear, CEO of Dodge, and Tim Kuniskis, CEO of SRT, is that they kind of bring the prices down to a point to where literally SRT is attainable by the average person. And so they're at the event at Knoxville, Tennessee. We were talking to a bunch of people there, and we kept asking questions because obviously me, I want to know about a Charger Hellcat because I'm an SRT person through and through. I don't think there's really a SRT product that I did not like that they have made over the last several years. And so myself personally, I'm just curious about what is going to actually come. So we already know about a Durango Hellcat. I kept putting fillers out there for a Charger Hellcat. And then we kept asking questions about a Viper because I would love to see a Viper, a competitor to the actual C8 Corvette and stuff. But then we also put the questions out there about, hey, what is going on with a cheaper Halo car from Dodge? And so we got the answer while we was there at Knoxville and stuff. And they told us that, I'm not gonna say exactly who said this, but they told us that they are still actively working on a $30,000 Halo car. And this is what we've been hearing since Road Nights. I know I've talked about this, TK's Garage has talked about this, and I think other people who have some inside knowledge have been saying the same thing, that Dodge is working on a $30,000 car. And I'm just hoping that it's something that's going to be cool. Obviously, at $30,000 is a lot more attainable than an $80,000 Hellcat Charger. And I think that sometime next year, we may see a concept of the car, and hopefully that happens. I'm pretty much of the mindset that I think I've been the only person who's been saying this, that I'm pretty sure we're going to see some kind of Charger Hellcat by Road Nights next year. I think Dodge is definitely want to put out there a very high spec car, and I expect it to be 80, 90 grand. Obviously, with a Durango Hellcat, what $79,000, I figure a brand new from the ground up Dodge car with all-wheel drive and a Hellcat engine there is probably gonna be $80,000, $90,000. So I know that's very, very expensive. So this $30,000 sports car, whatever, this Halo car, I don't think it's gonna happen by next year. I think we'll probably see, hopefully, fingers crossed, a concept car of it next year. Because for one thing is where they're going to build this car at. There is no location that I can think of right now that they can go build a, let's just say it's a Stella medium based car. And really the only thing I can think of other than, you know, Belvedere, we're supposed to get some Jeep products there. Maybe they don't build this car at Belvedere. Maybe they're gonna build it over in Canada at Brampton, because Canadian government is pissed off that they moved the Jeep products that's supposed to go into Brampton over to Belvedere. So maybe this new sports car is going to be made there at Brampton, because there's really no other place that has like a Stella medium set up. I'm pretty sure Belvedere is going to get set up for that too, but we already know that Brampton was getting gutted and set up to make that Jeep. I can't remember, I think maybe it was the Jeep Compass or something like that up in Brampton and stuff. So if they're already making a Stella medium layout up there at that plant, it shouldn't be that hard to move it over to make it a mid-size Dodge car. And I think that'd be something that kind of like feel a lot of need for basically Canada. They need a product there, and hopefully they might make this Corvette fighter for Dodge there as well too, that $30 car. And then we also get something to line up that I'm hoping that we see like an SRT product that's under $40,000, that we see some kind of SRT car, that some kind of halo car that's pretty cool. And if it's that cheap, that means you're gonna have a very, very affordable payment on this car. And this $30 car is not something that just like people just made up in thin air. I mean, we've actually had, I've actually interviewed Matt McAlear and talked about it, because TK actually asked me that question in this interview right here.
How close are we to the $30,000-ish Halo car you talked about in the podcast?
Oh yeah, the what was that, sports car? $30,000.
So that, you know, I still think there's a tremendous opportunity, and I think the point of that was, and we're always looking at stuff. A Halo car does not have to be your most expensive car.
Yeah, like a Neon.
There needs to be an entry-level performance that people can gravitate to, and yeah, we're still that is an untapped part of the market that we're constantly evolving.
So you've seen that and you heard that, right? They're like, this is not something that people have been making up, that Dodge is exploring a $30,000 sports car. And I think this is a very smart move for Dodge, and I think this is going to be a win for them, because they need something in the lineup that's cheaper and has a lot of performance in there, right? I mean, not everybody wants a 3-row SUV for Durango. Not everybody wants to spend $80,000, $90,000 for a performance Charger that I'm hoping by next year we will see a Hellcat version of it. This car here is going to check a lot of boxes, going to fix their problem with Brampton and those guys being pissed off. They're going to fix some of the problems. I know I've been seeing the comments and stuff that people don't want to spend $90,000 just to get into SRT and stuff. And this is going to basically give everybody a cheaper alternative in order to feel as though that you're a part of SRT. And I mean, I just want to see with this particular car right here, if it's going to be a Halo entry sports car, that yeah, I mean, I would love to see it with it be rear wheel drive. I mean, I don't think Dodge can make this car and it's front wheel drive. I think this car has to be rear wheel drive, and I just question exactly what this $30,000 car is going to look like, because is it going to be a Miata fighter? Is it going to be a Toyota GR86 fighter, or is it going to be something closer to the Supra with its inline 6 engine and stuff? Because that Toyota GR86 and the Miata, those have 4 cylinders in there. So that means that we're going to see more likely that new Hurricane 4-cylinder engine in this car, but that engine has over 300 some horsepower. Majority of those other cars are in the 100, 200 horsepower range. So you're going to have a ton more horsepower, but are they going to be able to keep the cost down in this $30,000 car? So that's what I question, because for the, you know, the inline 6, for example, I went and looked at the Red Connection, and right, the cheapest inline 6 engine is like $10,000. So you're talking about like literally like a third of the price of the car being just the Hurricane engine in there. I didn't see the Hurricane 4-cylinder version in there to see if that's even cheaper than the inline 6 version. But I mean, I would just say Dodge, if they make this car, you know, fit a Hemi V8 in there, a 5.7 Hemi is only like $6,000-$7,000. That's a lot more feasible in terms of price in order to make their car as cheap as possible. But I don't think they're going to put a Hemi in there as like the base option and be done with it. I think more than likely it's going to be some kind of like maybe that 4-cylinder with a transmission, hopefully manual transmission. I want to see manual transmission in this car. Probably that 4-cylinder manual transmission, rear-wheel drive, and hopefully somewhere in the $30,000 range. And I think it'll literally destroy sales for Mazda and probably the GR86, because they'll have like literally the most horsepower in the segment. I think the Miata has like 180 horsepower. So you're talking about double the horsepower in the same price range. So the only thing Dodge got to do is just make it affordable, make it look good, rear-wheel drive, and I think it'll be a great car for them to sell. And hopefully, they will be thoughtful enough to make the engine bay big enough for a Hemi in there. Because I would imagine that small little go-kart on wheels to have just enough engine bay space to fit a Hellcat in there, and we have like a modern day recreation of a Shelby Cobra, a very small car with the biggest freaking engine you can fit in there. And you have like hopefully like a car that's 2,000-3,000 pounds with a honking V8 in there, and it'll be just so fun to drive. But let me know what you guys think down in the comment section down below. What do you guys want to see from a Halo sports car from Dodge? You want to see a 4-cylinder or inline 6? Because those type smaller cars like that, I would expect them to sound like little mini BMWs going around. But I just want to know what you guys think about what this subcompact car is supposed to be, with this Halo product, this hopefully SRT product is going to be, and to see what you guys are thinking. I mean, the inline 6 sounds promising, but with the cost of the crate engine, would that actually be an option and stuff? Or could it be in there and they're making like a cheap budget Supra killer, even though the Supra is going away and stuff? Let me know what you guys think down in the comment section below. What you guys think this new subcompact Dodge car is going to be. If you want to check out its big brother, that I heard that they're going to make a big Corvette fighter type car to be a spiritual successor to the Viper, and check out this video right here. And until the next time, I'm out.